Hey, what's up, all you lonely watchers out there?
So, I just got done watching the last two Yokai Watch movies that I haven't seen yet. And now that I'm done with all that, and Yokai Watch seems to be officially ending pretty soon, I might as well sit down and rank all 8 Yokai Watch movies. Keep in mind, movie 7 and movie 8 I had to watch in Japanese without fully knowing the story, but I could kind of tell what was going on based on context. The other movies I watched with subtitles, so I was able to tell fully what was going on there. Either way, I don't think that will interfere with the ranking too much. Let's get into it. Number 8, Movie 7, How Nate and I Met, and Maybe Me Too. This should not even qualify as a movie. It is literally just the first episode of Yokai Watch combined with the episode where Jibanyan's backstory is revealed in season 2 and just smushing them together while also having little transitions in between. I don't know why they decided to make this a movie. I guess to try and market the new reboot anime to more people by telling Jibanyan's story, but I feel like I could have made something new here and, revealed some new stuff instead of just having these two episodes smashed together. Number 7, Movie 6, Yokai Gaku NY, Can a Cat Be a Hero? Yokai Gaku NY is a really good idea for a spin-off of Yokai Watch. Where they went wrong was by having it be so just awkward and pervy and having this weird sense of humor that doesn't mix together with the target audience. The jokes are either way too crass and inappropriate or way too dull. The villain was dumb in this movie, the pacing didn't really make any sense, but at least they tried and they made an alright story, that eventually blossomed into an anime, which had a much better follow-up story. Number 6, Movie 8, Jibanyan vs. Koma-san. This was the latest Yokai Watch movie and acted as a 2-part anime episode that ended the 2021 reboot anime. This movie, while I had to watch it in Japanese, still seems to have a really good story, and it blew the movie 7 out of the water. They tried to incorporate a lot of elements and characters from Yokai Watch 3 into it, while also making this side story about Jibanyan and Koma-san rivaling. If they expanded this into a full movie, I think this could have really been a home run, but as it stands, it's not that great compared to the others. Number 5, Movie 2, Lord Enma and the Five Tails. While I'm not usually a fan of this style of movie, I think the Five Tails come together great. They all revolve around the relationship between humans and yokai, Enma manipulating them, and how they all act as a big part of the 5th story. Also, this has some of the best new yokai to date, with Futsu being the best pun in the series. I don't want to spoil too much because this one is really great, but you should really check it out. Number 4, Movie 3, The Whale of Double Worlds. This movie breaks the lore of the series by having there be a different real world, quote unquote, which is how they explain the switch between the anime art style and the live action. It's pretty cringy, it breaks the lore, the story isn't the best, but everything in it is just insane, absolutely insane. You'll always be questioning where this movie is going, and if you watch this with a non-Yokai Watch fan, I guarantee it will be a fun time. Especially if you don't have the subtitles on and they just have to guess what is going on. Because honestly, I think that's the only way this movie was meant to be enjoyed. Number 3, Movie 1, The Story of Creation. the only one to make it to an English release. This movie basically mirrors / changes up the story of Yokai Watch 2. Wicked yokai Kin and Jin have taken the Yokai Watch from you by going back in time and stopping your grandfather from making it. And it's up to you, Nate Adams, to go back in time and convince Nathaniel Adams to make the watch so you can save your yokai friends and the fate of the world. Great origin for the Yokai Watch, it's just kind of dampened by the fact it shares a very similar plot to the game, but this movie is one of the best ones to go back to. Number 2, Movie 4, Yokai Watch Shadowside, Revival of the Oni King. In this movie, we go 30 years into the future from the original series, where we follow up with Nate's daughter, Natsume, or Summer in the English translated manga issues. In the future, all yokai have 2 different forms, a light side, and harnessing their dark energy, they can use their shadow side. Along with Summer, we get introduced to 2 new characters. We have Bruno, one of the latest descendants of a line of sorcerers who have been looking for the Yokai Watch, as well as one of Summer's classmates, Cole. He is used as a vessel by the Oni in order to take over the world. But this movie is decently emotional, brings back some fan-favorite characters in new ways, and has a great story arc that anyone will enjoy, regardless of being a fan of the series. Although it does help. Number 1, Movie 5, Yokai Watch Forever Friends. This is kind of a follow-up to Shadowside, in which we go 60 years into the past from the original series. This movie follows Shin, or Jack Cobbler, trying to avenge the death of his mother by a yokai, which is not a spoiler. This happens in the first, 6 minutes of the film. It goes really deep into the history of the Yokai Watch and into the history of the Enma family, that being the family that rules over the yokai world. While some people say this retcons Yokai Watch 2, it does have an explanation in the lore that's explained in the movie that makes everything make sense. Either way, this is the most emotional of the 8. And a Yokai Watch movie has never gotten this dark, so make sure to bring a tissue box if you're watching this one. Anyway, do you think this list was a home run? Did I mess up the order? Because I probably did. Make sure to let me know.
And I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye, my lonely watchers.